MC talks, yeah, we run that news. Celeb drops hot, we bring those views. Lights my actions, spill that tea. It's MC talk for the stars gon' be. Talks, 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 talks.
So, Blueface took to his social media account to let his mom know that she isn't his type and that she basically need to stay out of his business when it comes to him and his women. And this is what he had to say. He said, "Mom, we could never have sex. I'm not into that. Please stop being so invested in the women I'm laying down with. It's kind of weird. Like you jealous or something. We can never lay down together. You're not my type." He also proceeds to say this: "Anytime you guys see my mom targeting my lady friends, please let her know this is what your son is talking about. Because I don't get the correlation. I just want her to stop sabotaging my relationships." So let me get back up on the screen real quick. But hold on. Let me read what she had to say. And she basically said this: "CIOS was never meant to be a toxic network. And I refuse for you to destroy everything that our entire family put in on. I'm not about views and it's not about money. It's about real family showing real, transparent ups and downs in everyday life in our community. CIOS is not for sale, and this is not the direction that I would ever allow my family legacy to end. Thank you, but no thank you. I love you too much to go out like this." So she said that. So let me get back up on the screen real quick. So here's the thing. Karlissa has a show on Patreon. She has a show where she has a reality show dealing with her family and stuff like that. And she's been doing that for a while. And like I said before, Karlissa, she uses Blueface to gain a following. She used Blueface to gain a following. Blueface saw that. He knows that. Everything that Blueface went through with either Christian, Jaden Alexis, whatever, whatever he had going on, she had to hop her ass online and talk about it. And that's what she did. She gained a following off of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. She gained a following off of Blueface. And she was so invested in the women that Blueface was seeing. I even made a video years ago saying how creepy and weird that it was. And it's still, to me, till this day, it's still kind of weird. At this point, Karlissa, you have your following, you have everything you need. Why do you still continue? This is what I don't understand. Why do you still continue and so invested in what Blueface do or who he's sleeping with? And also, as quiet as it kept, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Karlissa and Blueface may be in on this together because I feel like she wanted her show to be promoted even more. So Blueface came out with this tweet, this weird ass tweet. And the reason I say this is because she was on her Instagram after Blueface had made that tweet on X. She was on Instagram talking about, I have money for a wife for my son, accepting applications and stuff like that. Just being weird. You know what I'm saying? Like really, and then promoting her show on top of that. But she also did post and delete. So she took a lot of that stuff down. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe them two, as quiet as it kept, maybe them two was in on it. But I really do feel like Blueface really do feel that way because that ain't his first time saying that. Like Karlissa is really too involved in Blueface life, and I think she's involved like that because, like I said, she want to build her following, build her brand, which she did off of Blueface and Blueface controversies and stuff like that, and that's what happened. And I feel like he want her to, chill a little bit. You got the following you need. You got everything you need. You don't need to, keep, talking about me as, speaking as for Blueface. Blueface feel like she don't need to keep talking about him and doing commentary on him every time something go down with him. But that's what she does. And she gained a following off of that. But yeah, I just thought that was just weird or whatever. So let's move on to the streaming world. It's a lot of controversy going on there. Tylil, he's basically went viral for taking up for Karlissa at the streaming awards. And a lot of people applauded him when the host was being messy and said that Kai looked like Diddy. uh so then after that, Jourdin comes out and said, "Hey, I've been SA'd," and she claimed she wasn't going to say the name, but she showed the text messages on her phone. So all the blogs, I mean, not text messaging, the call log, and hidden that Tylil basically was the one that SA'd her, and the blogs went crazy. Everybody started talking about it and online. But a lot of people, I don't know if she thought this was going to work in her favor, but a lot of people, from what I've seen online, a lot of people assume that this girl is lying, and a lot of people was really giving this girl backlash for coming out and saying that Tylil basically SA'd her. Now, I'm not in the streaming world like that, so I'm not into that type of thing. I do tune in from time to time, but not often. I am familiar with Karlissa. Most of them I'm not familiar with. Hell, I'm not even familiar with this girl. She's a streamer, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not familiar with her. But she came out, she said she's been SA'd and by Tylil, and she basically came out crying in a video and everything else. And we're gonna watch what she had to say. And then I'm gonna come back with more of my commentary and we'll talk about it some more. So let's just hear what she had to say.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a streamer award party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys fucking love. And I'm tired, bro. I'm fucking tired, guys. I'm fucking tired, guys. Like, literally. People are evil and malicious. And like, people think they can do anything. Like, anything. I'm literally like so disappointed in people because I think people are good people, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And they're evil. They're fucking evil, bro. And I'm done streaming. I'm done doing this shit, bro. And this is gonna be my last stream. Because people are fucking evil. And it's always gonna be sides being chosen on. And I'm tired. I'm literally tired, you guys. I don't deserve being treated like I'm nothing. And my feelings. What about how I feel? And not everyone is your friend. And you guys love these people so much. You guys fucking love these people so much. And as a woman, you always get exiled, and it doesn't matter how I dress, you guys know I'm asexual. I keep my body to myself for a reason. I am a temple. I do not share myself with people, especially if I don't know them. And it's really unfair to me because I feel like I make sure that everyone is in a good position and they feel good, and like, everything was innocent. And I don't care how drunk somebody is, you should never take advantage of them. My phone was stolen and broken. I had no way to get home, and I was assaulted, you guys, by someone that you guys all love. And I'm so tired of this streaming shit, and I'm done, bro. He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I was crying, and he taped me as I'm crying like this. He was like, "Why are you crying?" Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to talk to you again." I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend. This isn't the first time I've been assaulted, but this is the first time I've been assaulted by someone popular and famous, I guess. And they think I'm not going to say anything because of who they are and who they know and what they do. But like I said, this is somebody you guys support. I hate men. I'm technically going to become, y'all thought I was asexual before. I'm completely, I hate men. Look at all these no caller IDs. I've been getting harassed. I already said it, guys. I already said it. Like, we've already talked about this already. We already talked about who it is. Whoever caught it, but I'm not going to say it because I still have to make sure my integrity and whatever the fuck else is secure. And then I will say the name of who it was fully. I already showed y'all the call log, chat. Y'all already know. If you already know who, y'all can say it in the chat, but I'm not going to say it out of my mouth because niggas is trying to blackmail me and shit already. Like, I don't have time for it. Like, that's why I said I'm done with the streaming shit, because niggas thinking collab streams is gonna do something for me. And surprisingly, the other ones, a part of that team that he's in, the house that he's in, they're more respectful than him. Way more. I would say.
Okay, so I will say this. First of all, I got questions. Because what footage or what does he have to blackmail you? You're really not coming out stating that. I'm sure that I'm not the only one. I'm sure that the world want to know that. And if he has these, whatever he has to blackmail you, allegedly, according to you, Jourdin, a lot of people feel like this girl is lying. A lot of people don't believe this girl. And I also want to say this. I want to say that I do have questions because from what I was seeing online, people were saying that she was around Tylil the whole award show. She was around him, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know because I didn't watch it. And she surrounds herself around these streamer guys and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of this is weird to me. How it's all played out is weird to me. How Tylil stands up for Castanet, then this girl come out and says she been SA'd. Not to say she's lying. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to come on here and say that this girl is lying, because I don't do that unless proven otherwise. Is have been incidents where these female comes out and say they've been SA'd, and it came out to be a lie, and they done ruined the man's life. They done ruined his career and everything, you know, the dude had going for himself. It's been there've been occasions like that. So hopefully she's not lying. Not saying that she is, because that's what I don't do. I don't say people lying unless it's proven otherwise. Now she's saying that she's going to take legal action against him in her response that I'm going to read to y'all in a minute. But he did come out and denied everything. He has said, I would like to make it clear that I have never SA'd anyone. Okay. And what's weird is people in the comments were basically going off on the people who were saying, why come to social media with this? Why come to social media and tell us? Why not go to the police and file a police report? And then I guess some of her fans who watch her said that she did file a police report, but I didn't see it in the blogs. I didn't see anything. Nobody reported that she did, from what I have, I haven't seen it. So I'm guessing that's why everybody else was saying that in the comments, right? So yeah, that's another thing. I know social media move mountains for certain people, but in this instance, I don't think it's going to work for her. A lot of people is on this guy's side. He's very popular from what I've seen. And like I said before, I'm not familiar with the streaming world. No shade. The only one I'm familiar with is QStacks. I have seen him before in QStacks videos and stuff like that. Also, for the people that's taking up for Tylil, I want to say this. We don't know what these people is like once the camera is off. I can show you right now a different personality, but when I turn off this camera, I can be a vile and nasty individual. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not, but I'm just saying, I'm using that as an example because we don't know his character when those cameras are off. That's why I don't want to say, hey, this girl is lying. This can't be true. Because that's one thing I don't do. I don't follow the crowd or what people have to say. I'm not doing that. I'm not a follower, so I don't do that. I come up with conclusions and assumptions from what I see. And what I see is, you know, this girl boohooing, crying, saying that she's been SA'd, and she's talking about how now she don't like men, but all men didn't do it to you. He did, according to you, allegedly. So yeah, I like I said before, we don't know Tylil personality or character behind outside these cameras and lights and things like that, and that's where a lot of people get twisted. Me being in the content world and, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do, you know, I done seen things online. I done seen things behind the scene where people portray themselves to be a certain way. I actually know some content creators who portray their self to be a certain way in everything to the crowd when the camera is on. But then when that camera is turned off, they are the most vile and nasty individual. So I can say that. But anyway, you know, Tylil, he did respond. He said that, you know, he had never SA'd anybody. And we're going to read her response. And she responds to it. And she says she's going to take legal action. And this is what I want. Because when this goes to court, this will determine if her story is truthful or did she make this up. This will determine everything. So let's hear what she had to say. She has said this: I want to illustrate my experience with SA assault and emphasize how crucial it is for survivors to share their stories and support one another. Justice must be served, and I want to be clear that I do not condone false accusation against men, just as I do not condone any form of SA assaults. Everyone has their own perspective, and while some may claim innocence, it's important to acknowledge the gravity of the situation. I will be going live to bring closure to this matter as legal action is underway. Thank you to everyone for their kind words, and for those who have said hurtful things. You are a part of the problem, and this is why women and others are unsafe today. I pray for safety of women, children, and men, because no one is excluded from such terrible experience. I pray that everyone find peace and love in their life. God bless. So that's what she had to say in response to Tylil. So I'm hoping that this do go to court, and I'm hoping that she is not lying for her sake, because as from what I see, it seems like the public is more, public opinion and everything. It seems like the public is more on his side. I'm just saying, that's what I'm seeing online. It seems like, people is really taking up for Tylil. Like, they really have it in their mind that this guy is not who she say he is. So we'll see how this all play out and how this go. This is a mess, and that's why I don't want to actually come out and say like, oh, she's lying and this and that and third. And then when they go to court, if she do the legal action and they go to court and it's proven that he did these things, I don't want to be looking crazy. Like some of these people online might be looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we don't know his real personality or his character outside of those cameras. When those cameras go off, he can be a whole different Tylil. I'm just saying. But anyway, moving on.